Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the final instalment of the MRC action. It's Tier 4. We're a little bit late tonight, but we move on. As you can see, we are using player cars tonight. That is due to Codemasters clearly making big errors with updates. So it's not really fair that Red Bull are a second faster than nearly everybody else, so we'll go with player cars. So this evening, we could potentially wrap up a Constructors title. We wrapped up the Drivers' Championship last week with Teabag. So we'll see what action we get tonight. Looks dry for qualifying at least. But of course, no stream would be complete without a co-commentator. And I have one of a kind with me tonight. Some people call him Frodo, some people call him Rambo. Of course, it's Ryan Barber. Good evening.
Good evening, fella.
How are you doing?
You've already got me there with that little comment.
I was just coming up with stuff on the fly. I'm like, what? Yeah, that'll do. I'm not prepared for this at all. Normally I write an intro, but I was like, oh, no, we'll go off the bat and hope for the best.
Well, to be honest, I don't think CF4's ready for this. I've been looking at the check-in.
I don't think anybody's ready for this. Who's the first one out on track? It would be Lost Infinity. You alright with this track to do as a lap?
I'm pretty useless at this traffic myself.
I'll run us through one then. It's not awful, it's only 14 corners at least. Here we go. Coming down the start-finish straight, DRS flat wide open as always. Looking on the left, obviously these guys have got racing line, but you want to brake about the start of that curb, hook it in nice and tight. Got a little bit squibbly on the exit there, not ideal when it's a DRS straight. Obviously you can lose a lot of time there. Into turn 2, it keeps that nice and tight, wants to move over to the left for the sharp right of 3. Up the top of the hill, this one's a very tricky one because it's completely blind. Just sort of got to throw it in and hope for the best. Into 5, which obviously this game has a lot better inside curb. It used to absolutely murder you, did that one. Into 6 and 7, it's looking quite tidy so far. And into the middle complex, that's pretty much single file. 8, into 9. Nice bit of feathering of the throttle. Into 10. The faster with 11. Bergen's favourite corner apparently. And hammer it on the way down to 12. This one can catch you out very easily as well if you're not careful, but he masters it quite beautifully. Into 13, the corner that Max Verstappen did a 360 on the exit of. And into 14, very tricky corner, multiple lines here. Depends what works best for you, but there we go, DRS wide open again. And we have our first time at a 117.5. To say it looks scrappy, that is pretty damn quick.
That's a hell of a lot quicker than me.
That's a lot quicker than me. I only managed a 118.
Yeah, same.
Right. 116.9. Teabag,
wow.
get to tier 1. That is a filthy time.
I've always preferred coffee myself.
Me too.
Oh god.
I know you like coffee. You were here an hour and you had 2.
I could have sucked 4.
You probably could actually. Intravenous drip with you.
That's a good idea.
Let's have a look. I think Biff's on a lap at the moment. Let's get some lap data up so we can see some times. It was showing purple for the first sector at least, but obviously as we all know it's generally for about the 5 people on track with you, so it doesn't always mean anything.
I'm still trying to figure out who's in what seat.
Well, Biff's a Williams, Teabag's and Aston Martin. Lost Infinity is a Mercedes. Roundy I'm not sure because he's a reserve. Smoggy Ghost is the AlphaTauri. Jazz Bodge is a reserve down from tier 3. Biff goes 5th with a 17.8. Oh, they're all making me look stupidly slow at the moment. It's not fair.
Roundy is in a Red Bull.
Oh, I bet he's loving that.
with Scotty.
In fact, he'd be loving the fact that he's got player cars, so we don't have to look at the Red Bull, because he's really not a fan. Let's have a look. See, we've got Doris Day on the track. Recently returned to racing with us. Seems to be the only one on hot lap at the moment, so we'll keep on with him and see how he's doing. What's he driving tonight, Ryan?
Who's that? A red Marlboro.
Oh, your favourite?
Nope.
Oh no, you prefer the red and white Marlboro, don't you?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I must admit that was a beautiful car, was that? The late 80s, was it into early 90s, that McLaren?
Yeah. Yeah.
When did it stop? Was it 96 the last season? I know 97 was definitely black, and 98 obviously was that way as well, the West.
Yeah, I think it was 96. I think you're right.
I seem to recall there being red and white McLarens when Damon Hill won his championship in 96.
Yeah, that's correct.
Speaking of Damon Hill, do you remember the superb drive he had here in 97 in the Arrows?
How old do you think I am, Simba?
Well, hopefully people on the stream will remember that one then. I know Mr. Hills will if he's watching, which I'm sure he is.
It's one of them you hear about. But
yeah.
I've never sat and watched it personally, no.
It's something of a bit of a legend, obviously, because he won the championship, but his seat had already been replaced for him for the season after. Because we know what Williams are like, they don't really mess about, they like to move on with things. So they'd already replaced him for 97 with Heinz-Harald Frentzen, because obviously they had Jacques Villeneuve, they thought he was the next big thing.
Yeah.
And Heinz was looking pretty quick as a next big German, maybe. Someone to rival Schumacher in the German stakes, obviously. So the only drive he could actually get himself was an Arrows. Dog of a car, as we all know. And he was actually on for winning this race until his gearbox failed and he was stuck in the same gear.
Oh, wow.
I can't remember where he actually finished. I know third, fourth, something like that. Maybe the YouTube chat will know on that one. But it was a hell of a drive, that's for sure. It was actually won by Jacques Villeneuve in the end. Just having a quick look at the moment. Damon managed to stay second, despite the drama.
Oh, well. Not bad.
Yeah, it was one hell of a race for a dog of a car. Scotty goes 17-1. He's looking pretty quick. Who else we got on track? The Wookiee of Chewbacca. Is he in a Aston Martin by any chance, with it being green?
Yes, he is. Wookiee is, yeah.
Well, we should see more of his pace in this tier because they're allowed line here.
Yeah.
You seen anyone on a good lap at the moment? I think Roundy's just at the final corner, so we'll see what he comes up with.
I was on board with that Scotty's.
Wow!
I think he's coming in. That's a good lap, that.
16.6.
That's a great lap.
Zach, stop flashing your DRS flap at me and get to tier 1. What a lap. Some people around here really showing us up, that's for sure. What was your qualifying of the other day, do you remember?
I think it was 18.6 or something like that, you know. So I was right near the back.
You was at the back. 19.5.
Well, 19.5. Even slower.
I mean, I got a 17.9. And I think I had a bit more in it, but the top 8 here are absolutely showing me up.
To be honest, I'd probably be last in here as well, to be honest. I would be at the minute. I'd be 16.
I mean, in my defence, it was my first proper race with no assists, but still, I should be faster than them.
I really hate this track.
Yes, Roundy, sat-nav does help. Well, it depends who you are. Because I don't find sat-nav actually speeds me up that much. I tried it recently when I was practicing for a Singapore race and it didn't really help me that much. The only thing I think it helps you with is consistency. But then again, it can also give you line blindness and you end up crashing into the back of someone. Anybody else on a lap? Lost Infinity says he really likes this track. Well, a 17.5 for a banker, yeah. I'm not surprised you like this track.
I've got Jazzball 6 temps up.
Where's he on the list at the moment?
8 temps up, P4. 17.3.
That's a hell of a lap, especially on mediums.
Oh, I wouldn't notice that.
He's a tier 3 driver. So obviously he has to run slightly differently.
Good lap.
Let's see who else we've got. I think Doris has just started a lap. Biff's about to just start a lap, so let's see what the Scotsman can do. If you could show me something other than his rear wing, that would be good. It's great if they're having a battle and it sits on the, like, this pod looking backwards over the rear wing. That's great. But when they're just on a qualifying lap, what do we care about the flap on the rear wing? We want to see where they're going, not where they've been. Just coming up to turn 4, 9/10 down. I'm guessing that's not a great start for him then. Let's have a look at Smoggy Ghost. Just invalidated at turn 4. A blind corner catches so many people out.
It's real easy to invalidate. I'll say that.
I find you have to ride the curb a little bit on the right, but I also use that curb as my guide for when to turn in.
Yeah, I'm alright at turn 4, it's everywhere else.
It must be a this game thing, because you're usually pretty rapid around this track, to be fair.
Well, I said this, yeah. And on 21 I was alright here. Well, I just can't seem to get to grips with it.
I'm not as to grips with it as I used to be. Again, I was like you, I was faster on it on 21.
Yeah.
22 I really struggled with this track. This one I'm a little bit better, but I'm not where I should be.
I'm nowhere near.
It was one of them tracks I used to absolutely hate. And I think you actually give me your setup for 21 and it just went great. And I started to love it ever since. Often nicknamed Monaco without the walls, because it's so tight and hard to pass.
It's just horrible. I don't like it.
I do when I don't.
I suppose that could be down to the fact that I'm not that quick here.
I've noticed with different games you get different tracks where you're quick.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some tracks that we always sort of navigate to, personally. Me, it's like Canada, Japan. I know you, it's Singapore, it's Brazil. Although I always have had quite a bit of pace at Brazil as well, but then you find other tracks as you're going along that you actually click with different on different games.
I didn't expect to like Jeddah, to be fair.
I didn't expect Jeddah to be my only points score in Tier 1.
No, I do like Jeddah. I think it's alright.
I still hate that track. How I even scored points there, I'll never know. I think it was more I survived and other people didn't. Let's have a look at Chewbacca, see how he gets on. I believe he's just starting a lap. And looking at his steering wheel, I think he forgot to turn his ERS off for his outlap, so... well done, you'll be struggling towards the end. We'll see how he gets on. Wow, 2 minutes left of qualifying, that's absolutely flown.
Well, Airways is half a second up.
Let's have a look at Airways then. I see his name and I always think of the gum.
Yeah, I used to like the black ones.
Oh yeah, the really strong ones.
Lovely.
See, what can he do? 17-0, puts him 4th.
Good lap.
He's been showing a lot of pace recently.
Quite a few of them have, to be honest with you. Even in Tier 3 as well.
Well, Airways is the one who keeps stepping up to Tier 2.
Yeah, I noticed. He does alright in there as well.
I think his consistency could use a little work.
Yeah.
But his pace is definitely there.
Couldn't we all?
I'd say consistency's always been one of my stronger points. Obviously, I've struggled to adapt to the new assist settings I've chosen. Or
Yeah.
when I was Tier 1, I had no choice but to have no traction. But now I've got to grips with it, I couldn't go back. I mean, I did actually try it when I was practicing for that Singapore race, and I couldn't do it. I could not get any quicker with medium than I was with none.
I love Singapore. What a track.
Jazz Bodge is using the pink Alpine.
I believe Bitters as well.
Teabag is flying. Well, let's go see him fly then.
He's matching his time.
See what he can do. He's obviously had a personal best middle sector, so it's showing purple for him.
He was 900s up.
Well, he's on the final corner. What can he do? 16-4.
Bloody hell.
Well done, Captain Coffee. Or was it Theodore Bagwell?
My headset just nearly fell off. Stoker took the lead.
I'm surprised you didn't hit the floor.
No.
How were you sat down already?
I've already sat down. I always sit in my chair, so
Yeah, same.
it's just easier.
I don't know how Carl can stand up for streams and races.
I think he sleeps like a pigeon on one leg.
Yeah, I can I can get that. Scotty, I know you're clearly having connection issues, but please do not keep rejoining. I'm sure that's about third time you've done that now. If it happens again, you're going to have to stay out. Because it's not really fair on other people. Because it causes massive glitches. Hello, Ant. Nice to see you in the chat. Surprised it's taken so long. When you sat in the pit.
We didn't see him out on wet.
When he's sat in the pits doing nothing. Letting the team down.
Yep.
Who are we waiting on then? Because everybody's crossed the line.
Ant says in the pit. Everybody else has got a checkered flag.
Good evening, Mr. Hodgson. Nice to see you in the chat. I remember this glitch from season 5.
Oh no.
Luckily, these days you don't have to start on the same tyres that you qualified on.
That was a nightmare.
I mean, it played really into my hands since I crashed it turn 3 in qualifying. Never even set a lap. So I was right near the back, everybody pitting, and I just went, bye-bye, see you later. Nice
Well,
fresh tyres.
I had to pit on lap 1, then I had to pit on lap 2 because I broke the ring on the way out.
You know, if it was Austria, I'd understand that, but not Hungary.
Well, I just stripped my eye off the ball.
I think we've got a glitch here.
I can hear 2 cars going around here.
There's several cars going round and round the track. We'll give it.
Did already have that qualifying time?
Yes.
Okay.
Scotty came in and left again.
I think he was on because he's just left and now it's
Oh, that doesn't surprise me with his dial-up
French
internet.
connection.
Yep, Ant's saying it's very glitchy. It will be because the same person's come in and out 6 times. So, we have T-Bag on pole, Roundy in second, Doris Day in third, Airways in fourth, Scotty fifth, Jazz Bodge sixth, Biff 7th, Lost Infinity 8th, Smoggy Ghost 9th, Smith 10th, RC Danny 11th and Toxa 12th. Sneaky Turtle 13th, Wookie 14th, Alan 15th, Winky 16th, Bit 17th, G-Star 18th, Sarge 19th and Ant in 20th. Any predictions for the race, Mr. Rambo?
I missed the names there. I'll go with Doris. I don't know where Doris was, but I thought she was top of the list or he was top of the list. So I'll go with Doris.
That's probably not a bad call, actually. I mean, if he gets back to his previous form, he should absolutely stomp all over these. He used to be tier 2. But obviously he's had a bit of time out. I think he's been travelling or something, so it's good to see him back. Waiting for players. Oh, where's the fun part?
Yeah, we're just looking at the paddock club.
I can hear an invisible timer. Here we go, formation lap. Let's hope we can get a good race start. While we're waiting, let's have a quick look at the tyres. So we have 2 hard runners of Smoggy Ghost and G-Star. The rest are pretty split between medium and soft. The top 2 have gone mediums. Your prediction for the win, Doris, has gone for softs, Airways mediums, Scotty softs, Jazz Bodge mediums, Biff softs, Lost Infinity mediums, Smoggy Ghost obviously is the highest hard runner in 9th, Smith in 10th on softs, RFC Danny in 11th on mediums, and Toxa in 12th on softs, Sneaky Turtle 13th on mediums, Wookie and Alan on softs in 14th and 15th, Winky and Bit 16th and 17th on mediums, G-Star 18th on hards, and the back 2, Sarge and Ant are softs. But obviously they're tier 1, they have to use all 3 compounds. Same with G-Star.
Well, that could be interesting. Especially in Hungary.
Yeah, it's not the easiest one to overtake on. We're coming towards the end of the formation lap. We're just at turn 11 now. Which, another fun fact, at one point that turn didn't used to exist. The track used to pretty much go diagonal from just after 10 to about where turn 12 is.
Really?
Yeah, I believe it was late 90s they updated it. Can't remember the exact year. Hopefully somebody in YouTube chat will know, or we can have a quick look if we get a safety car.
I don't mind the layout if I didn't really get time to practice it, if I'm honest. Possibly why I didn't like it.
So Scott is still not back with us. His car's ghosted. Unless he's not managed to take control yet. I think Ant's just taking control of his. Here we go. 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights, and we are racing. I hope. Oh, here we go.
Someone just took off.
I think we have a massive glitch here. Because other than the one who's just taken off, which is Ants, nobody else has moved. I think we may have to scrap this lobby and start again.
Certainly looks that way. I mean, everyone's still sat there.
Yeah. I think we're going to have to call a red flag here. Oh, the rest of them have moved and Ant's like 40 odd seconds up the road. Yeah, we're red flagging it. We can't be having that. Ant's got a 45-second lead. So we should hopefully be back as soon as possible, but anybody who's listening that's racing, please leave the lobby and we'll get invites out ASAP.